work in entertainment history. The show has a worldwide gross of more than $6.2 billion. Not sure if you knew, but September is Healthy Aging Month. We all know when it comes to getting older, there are challenges, but it doesn't have to be hard. Joining me now, someone who knows how to age very well, and it shows. Harriet Kitzman is a Senior Associate Dean for Research at the University of Rochester Medical Center School of Nursing. Thanks so much for being here. You have quite the story to tell. If you can tell the folks at home a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you. It's always a pleasure. It's at this time in one's life, one begins to reflect upon life, career, and also think about the choices that one needs to make for the future. And so that's essentially what I have been doing. But I've been doing that from the beginning in terms of imagining not only for myself, but the community and also the nation and world, what it is that that we need to focus on. And I've chosen actually to focus on children, mothers and children, in my career, in that I believe children are our future. And so with that, it's important to figure out how we help them thrive and help them move through adolescence and into adulthood. So my research career, as well as my education and my clinical practice in terms of as a nurse practitioner and caring for families, has all been focused on women and children.
And you've made tremendous contributions to women's health. Can you explain specifically?
Sure, I would be happy to, but I have to think about it from the long context. Sure. In terms of the late 1960s. We began the pediatric nurse practitioner program here at the University of Rochester, and it was one of the first in the nation, and really set the pace as well as set the stage in many ways for nurse practitioners for the future. And it developed the national agenda out of that. And with that, as we know, that really came into being because there was such need in terms of prevention in the area of children. So while I was caring for children, and I was also developing that program. And then perhaps the current work that I'm doing that probably has the greatest national and international impact is really out of the Nurse-Family Partnership Program, in that the early work on that was done in Rochester, as you know. So the program was developed here and in the southern tier. And we have just completed now a 20-year follow-up of mothers and children from that trial, and are quite excited about the results, and that we believe that the reduction in mortality in mothers as well as children will have a tremendous impact on policy, helping us think through where we put our dollars in terms of prevention for the future. Right. So
that's fantastic. A storied career, and you've contributed so much to this community. When we talk about healthy aging, any secrets you can unlock for folks at home?
Well, I think the secret is to really retain what you want to retain the choices as long as you can. My husband and I had looked for some time to say, how are we going to age? And I said, well, I can't think of aging. But nevertheless, as one gets to this point, one thinks about, well, what do you need in order to, in way of resources, in order to be happy, as well as what you want to contribute for the future. But more importantly then, you're looking for the connections that you need to make, because you know that the connections that you need as you age may well be different than the connections that you needed at 20.
Right. So some great advice there. Certainly people at home could definitely live by, without a doubt. Thank you so much for joining us, and you stay at St. John's, correct?
Yes, we chose Brickstone because it has many advantages for us. I can retain my work very easily with the university, and in addition to that, there are lots of it's a very diverse community, diverse in thought and diverse in action.
Wow, it sounds like I hate to cut you off, it sounds like we're running out of time. But it sounds like a wonderful place, and thank you so much for sharing your advice, and thank you for all you've done for this community.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a great day. If you'd like to be a guest, contact us, 232-1010.